the worst thing a parent can do to their child? My mother demanded we answer only to our assigned numbers because children with names develop illusions of significance. I was 4, not fourth born, just the fourth one she kept. Mother collected us like variables in her experiment, though she preferred the term acquiring assets. Some came through private arrangements, others through channels that operated in shadows. She'd built her fortune in pharmaceuticals before pivoting to her true passion, proving humans could be optimized like code. Mother was Dr. Patty Walsh, and her estate in the mountains was less home, more laboratory. 30 acres of walls and schedules and rules. At our peak, 17 of us lived by her numerical system. 17 children stripped of identity, molded into functions. Numbers exist to serve equations, she'd recite during morning formation. You are components, nothing more. The expectation was elegant in its cruelty. We were to operate as living digits, executing commands without personality, desire, or complaint. Speak only in response to direct queries. Consume precisely measured nutrients. Sleep in designated numerical slots. React to stimuli within her calculated parameters. Display no recognition of pain, joy, or loss, because numbers are incapable of feeling. But 11 was defective. She'd arrived 2 years before me, barely walking, with eyes that refused to dim despite mother's conditioning. While we learned to suppress our humanity, 11 leaked it everywhere. She'd trace letters in the dirt during exercise periods, mouth words that weren't numbers when she thought mother wasn't watching. You're not 4, she'd breathe during lights out. You're something that starts with J. I can tell by how your hands shake when the little ones cry. I turned 13 when mother unveiled her refinement protocol. Daily performance metrics in mathematics, memory, endurance. The lowest scorer faced recalibration. We discovered what that meant when 15 vanished overnight. Mother announced at breakfast, 15 has been redistributed. 16, adjust your designation accordingly. Existing as numbers meant watching 11 suffer for every human impulse. The deprivation chamber for laughing when 3 tripped. Calorie restriction for drawing shapes in her mashed potatoes. Chemical baths for singing fragments of melodies. Yet she persisted, stayed broken, stayed real. By my 18th year, I'd accumulated resources from mother's excellence rewards. Cash she paid for exceptional compliance. 11 and I crafted our escape. We'd flee during the annual demonstration. When mother showcased her system to potential investors seeking to replicate her methods, we'd take the younger digits. The night before departure, 11 pressed her forehead to mine. Worth 7 days of sensory deprivation. I'm Sarah, she whispered, and you're James. I've been saving that name for you. We reached the bus station before mother's security team intercepted us. Private contractors, discreet and efficient. They returned us to the estate, but not before 11 had done something irreversible. She'd mailed a package from the station, told me she'd sent evidence to someone who'd understand. Mother's retaliation was methodical. 11 disappeared into the sub-level for intensive reconditioning. Her screams filtered through the ventilation system for days. The remaining numbers were prohibited from acknowledging my existence. I became void data. But mother had miscalculated. She'd trained us to be precise, to identify patterns, to solve complex problems, and I'd mastered her own system. During her fixation on breaking 11, I accessed her private study. Years as her star performer meant knowing her habits, her passwords, her hidden spaces. I located the records, the acquisition documents, the videos documenting our development. But most damning were her personal journals, where she detailed every experiment, every protocol, every child who'd been redistributed. But I'd underestimated her paranoia. She'd installed monitoring systems I hadn't detected, cameras in places I'd never imagined. She knew about my infiltration before I'd even left her study. The next morning, she called a special assembly. 11 was there, blank-eyed and silent. Mother smiled that cold smile of hers. 4 has demonstrated initiative, she announced. Unauthorized initiative. This requires correction. She produced a remote control. You see 4. Every number in this collection has been fitted with a small device, a fail-safe I installed during your routine medical examinations. One button, and any number can be zeroed out. My blood froze. The other numbers stood perfectly still, but I could see the terror in their eyes. However, mother continued, I'm willing to negotiate. Return what you took. Submit to reconditioning, and I'll allow the others to remain functional. 11's eyes flickered to mine, just for a second. But in that second, I saw something that stopped my heart. She mouthed a single word. Run. Mother's thumb hovered over the remote. You have 30 seconds to decide. 4, 29, 28. I looked at the younger numbers. At 2, who still sucked her thumb when she thought no one was watching. At 7, who'd just learned to tie his shoes. At 11, Sarah, who'd given me a name when I'd forgotten I deserved one. 20, 19, 18. The evidence I'd stolen was hidden in the old groundskeeper's shed, enough to destroy her. But at what cost? 10, 9, 8. 11 stepped forward. I'll take his reconditioning, she said. Double duration. Let him comply. Mother's smile widened. How touching. A number displaying sacrifice. But no. 4 must choose. 3, 2. I opened my mouth to surrender, to save them all. But 11 moved first. She lunged for the remote, her fingers barely grazing it before mother yanked it away. 1. Mother pressed the button. Full story on channel linked below.